Hello everybody, today I'll be doing a review of the Tomzon U48A Mini Drone Flying Motorcycle. And let's check out the box. So here's the box. This box also comes with the U48B Flying Man, which I did in a previous video. Okay, it comes with a pretty detailed user's manual, and also the user manual contains spare parts, which I suppose you can order through Tomzon from Amazon. It tells you everything you need to know about the quadcopter and how to fly it. And it also, just like the U48B, includes this calibration strip. Tells you how to recalibrate the gyros if it's not flying right, and also how to start up the motors. Also includes this caution card and this thank you card, and if you want to read it, you can always pause the video. And it also includes a USB charging cable, standard USB on one side and a micro USB on the other side, and the micro USB plugs into the quadcopter itself. And also in the bag it includes 4 spare props. And here we have the transmitter. And the transmitter has some buttons on it. There's the on-off switch. And this button right here is for auto takeoff and also for auto landing. And you have this button right here, the high-low button, that's to adjust your rates. And it has 3 different rates, low, medium, and high. And at your low rates, the quadcopter flies very softly, and the control input is very soft, and it limits the amount of control input you have. And on speed 2, it gives you a little bit more input and a lot more sensitivity, so the quadcopter reacts a little bit faster. And on speed 3 or rate 3, the quadcopter reacts a whole lot faster, and the controls are way more sensitive. And these 2 buttons right here are your demo buttons, and it has 2 different demos, demo 1 and demo 2. It just basically flies a pre-programmed flight path. And then this button right here next to your high-low button is your heading hold button. And on these little toy quadcopters, I really don't like using the heading hold mode because they never seem to work all that great, the heading hold mode. And this is your throttle stick, and this will be your to turn left or right, and this is forwards, backwards, and this is to lean left and lean right. Okay, now we get to the quadcopter or flying motorcycle itself, and here it is. Seems very well constructed. It seems to be based off the same platform as the U48B, just it's arranged a little bit different. It's got 4 motors that are vertical to each other. One's pointed down, or 2 of them are pointed down and 2 of them are pointed up, and they're offset from each other, as you can see. And also you can see the on-off switch right here, and right there is the USB micro port for charging your quadcopter. And the build quality looks really nice. It's got some pretty flexible plastic. I suppose it's made out of nylon, which is good. So it should be able to absorb some pretty tough impacts if you decide to crash it for whatever reason. And there's the bottom of it. And one thing I forgot to show on the transmitter is the battery compartment. There's your where you put the batteries in. Pop that open, the door open. And there's the battery compartment. Takes 3 AAA batteries. And just slide that back on. Click it in, it's locked into place. Okay. And there's a few little things you need to know about the transmitter, how to start up your quadcopter after you turn the quadcopter on. First you want to turn the transmitter on, then your quadcopter, and then the transmitter will be linked to the quad itself. And to start the quadcopter up, you want to hold down on the throttle stick and it'll beep, and that'll mean that the transmitter and the quadcopter are linked together. And to start up the motors, you want to put your throttle stick and your other stick, and you want to put them down and in, and that'll start up your motors. And also, if you have a problem where the quadcopter isn't flying right for some weird reason, you can leave the transmitter and the quadcopter on and just have it landed on the ground or on the table or whatever, and just hold down on your forward and reverse stick, which would be your right stick, and just hold down on it. You'll hear it beep, and just let go, and your quadcopter should be recalibrated. What that does is it recalibrates your gyros and accelerometers on the flight controller inside the quad, and it should fly a lot better. And also for trimming your quadcopter, if it's moving forward or backwards on its own, just press in on the stick and move it. If it's moving backwards, or I should say if it's moving forward, you want to pull the stick back a little bit while you have the stick pressed in. Or if it's moving backwards, press the stick in and push it forward, and that should trim it that way. And same thing with left or right. If it's moving to the left, you want to hold it to the right while you're pushing in on it, and that should trim it a little bit more to the right. And to trim out, if it's sliding to the right a little bit, just hold down on that your right stick, and then move it to the left, and that should trim it a little bit to the left. And I guess that's about it for the transmitter. And now let me go take it out for a test flight, and I'll be back in a minute. As you can see in the outdoor footage, it was very breezy out, and this thing handled it very well. I actually like this a whole lot better, the U48A, a whole lot better than the U48B. The U48B kind of has a little bit of trouble flying in the wind, going forwards and backwards. It seems from side to side it can handle the wind pretty good. But in this configuration, the U48A, it flies excellent in the wind. I'm not going to bother taking any indoor footage of it because this thing flies excellent outdoors. I'd recommend it, and plus it looks very cool while it's flying. It's very unique as far as any of the toy quads that I have and any of the real quadcopters that I have. This thing flies very smooth. It's very responsive. I mostly flew it in rate 2, and I did fly it in rate 3. As you can hear in the video, I pushed the button and you can hear the 3 beeps. That means it was in the 3rd rate or the 3rd speed setting. But I mostly flew it in the 2nd speed setting or rate 2. And it flew just as good in rate 2 as it did rate 3. I kind of like it in rate 2 because it's a little less responsive, which means it flies a lot smoother and turns a whole lot smoother. I picked this up for $29.98 off of Amazon, and they also had an $8 coupon, so I actually only paid $21.98. And I think this is a really good value for that money. And like I said, the build quality, just like the U48B, the U48A Flying Motorcycle, the build quality is actually really good for what it costs. And like I said, they use some pretty flexible nylon plastics on it, so as you can see, I kind of crash landed it trying to land. But there's not a scratch on it, there's not a crack on it, not anything. And I would recommend this, and I would recommend this quadcopter to anybody. I give it a thumbs up, and if you like the video, please subscribe and thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for some more RC videos that I'll be posting soon, and also some food reviews. And in my food reviews, I'll try not to chew so much. And thanks. Bye.